Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everyone. Hello. Hello. Haha. Oh, hello, hello. Everybody's saying hello. How lovely. And I can see all the same names again as usual. And of course, also new names. It's just wonderful to have you all here. Oh, wonderful. Yeah, thank you, Rena. Thank you. Yes, Kathy. Yes, Katie. I am at my mum's and my dad's house, and I have done a live from here before. Remember, with the same background. Yeah. So I'm in Belgium at the moment. Yeah, you might have seen from the pictures I posted yesterday on Instagram. I sort of kept you all updated with, we're leaving pictures, we're in the car, then we were in the Eurotunnel, and then we were sort of traveling to the destination. So yes, I have done. Look. I have done so much work on this blanket, and yesterday in the car, I did not have to drive. So I started here, and look how much I did. So this is what I had. And I mean, not nearly did. I did half of what I had. So yeah, I put a great big chunk on it. Yeah. And yesterday I stayed at Crystal's, my friend, and I put it on her sofa. I don't know whether you saw the picture on Instagram. Oh my goodness, she had these spots. And yes, the blanket looked so lovely. The colors just popped. Yes, Sharon, I can drive to Belgium from where I live, and we left at 7 o'clock in the morning in the UK, and we arrived at 5:30 in the afternoon, and there's a 1 hour time difference. So Crystal did so well driving all that way, because normally when Dirk and I go together, we kind of share the driving. If he feels tired, then I will drive, but now with crochet, I try to just do the crochet. I will offer, but oh. Yes, well, I've only just arrived. It is Sunday. And yes, so at lunchtime my parents came and picked me up from Crystal's, and yeah, oh my goodness, it was lovely, lovely to see them. It was so good to see them again. And it's really nice being here now, and um I mean, you tell each other a lot on FaceTime and in messages and pictures, but still, there's so many things that you forget to mention. So it's been lovely, lovely already. So lovely to be able to sort of catch up a little bit already. But of course, we only had an afternoon together yet. So that will be wonderful. Yeah. Yes, Sharon. For us in Europe, that is quite a distance, actually. But yes, in America, I do realize that people travel a lot further. This is the Zigzag Blanket. This is the one that I'm doing for crochet hashtag crochet everyday November, and this is the one that I'm working on every day this month, in the hope of maybe have it finished by the time, what is it, it's the 14th. So I've managed to work on it every day already. There were some days, of course, when I was just great, Linda. I'm so happy you can keep up. When I was just packing and sorting, it was hard to get even a row in. But I have been working on other things as well. as well as packing. So I think, the other things count for me as well, obviously, because that's what happens. That's what happens, when you're in my situation. There is other crocheting you have to do, 4 videos, 4 projects, and 4 things that you have to, get ready for a video or whatever. So yes, I mean, this one is the one that I'm posting, but that's not everything that I'm doing. I am doing other things as well. Claudia, I know, but the thing is, it's the world situation at the moment. We haven't been able to, we had to cancel our visit when initially we were planning on going sort of after a few weeks sort of into the lockdown, but then nothing was able to happen like that. So, and on it went. And, we all want to be safe, and you don't want to start taking risks and doing things like that. So there we go. Oh, Jan, the live is also recorded, so it will stay on YouTube, Jan. Even though you've got to go to work, you will be able to come back to it after you've done, after you're done, or the next day, or whenever you can find some time to watch it. Thank you, Mama Llama. Thank you. Hello, Margaret. Hello. Hi, Jacinta. Hey, Jenna. And of course, I mean, I tell you now, if the customs had stopped me, they would have thought, what is she doing with all that yarn? I had so much yarn in the car. So yes, I mean, I brought my mum a couple of packs, and of course, I am meeting up with Zoe, because Zoe is one of our moderators and she lives in Antwerp. So I'm going to go and take the train, and I've got a really, really big problem. A very big problem, because I am taking her so much yarn. I don't know how I'm going to carry it on the train. So I've given my dad the task of squashing it all together with tape, putting a handle on it so I can take it with me on the train. So we'll see how that goes. Yes, Fiona, I am sitting here in a different background. It's different, isn't it, with the colors? It's funny not having the white background. I do like the color combination, but I am at my parents' house in Belgium. I traveled, well, actually, I have been traveling since Friday evening, when Dirk took me to my friend Crystal in North Devon. And then yesterday, Crystal and we drove for 7 hours. We had to drive to Folkestone. Then we took yes, a complete rail carriage. That's what I'm going to need, Francis. Indeed, a complete rail carriage all on my own for all that yarn. Then we took the Eurotunnel, and then we drove into France, and then into Belgium, and we ended up at Crystal's house, and then my dad and my mum came and collected me from there. So in a way, it was quite nice traveling like that. I didn't have to do a thing, I didn't have to drive. All I did was crochet. Yes. So Alison, Dirk is now looking after Leila. I hope he's looking after Leila. But he's obviously at his desk, so I don't know where Leila is. We'll have to ask him. Darling, can you just tell us the whereabouts of Princess Leila? I am sure that she's already been, asking for his attention. She'll be fine. She'll be fine. And also, he'll be there. She'll work it out soon enough that I'm not around, and she's really good at, she's really good at asking. She was on his lap and now she wandered off. Well, never mind. She's probably thinking, this is normally the time when I sit in the other sofa, and I am on television, but of course not now. Well, Christine, do you know what? I think that's going to be the case. Yeah, that is going to be the case. Keeping him on the straight and narrow. Thank you, Sandra. Yes. Isn't it wonderful? 5,000 to go. So I'm really, really happy about that. So, yes, Claudia, my mum is resting at the moment. She's not very well. So that's why I've come over to help out a bit and to look after her because she's not 100%, and we're going to be looking after her for a couple of weeks. And my dad has done an amazing job looking after her. He's been really, really good because obviously my mum does a lot, so he's had to take over, but he's done really, really well. I am surprised, actually. I hope he can't hear me. Oh yes, she's on. We're all rooting for her, and she'll be straight. She'll be back to normal before we know it. Yes, yes. Thank you, thank you. Oh, thank you, everyone. Thank you. I'll show her this later on. Yes, thank you. Hi, Marcia, Myra. Oh my goodness, I can't talk. I've got my tea. Let's have a drink, and then I'll be able to pronounce your name, Myra. Thank you. No, I don't have a cold. Do I sound a bit funny? Actually, I've put new batteries in the microphone. That's probably why. But also, I've put it on a different setting because I thought it might have in transport it might have changed settings, so it might have been a little bit sharper beforehand. So we'll see how it's. Oh, thank you, darling. Yes. Thank you, Ingrid. Thank you. Thank you, Bridget. Thank you, everyone, for the well wishes. I will surely pass them on and I will show them to her. Yes, that's really lovely. Thank you. We'll see how she does. But no, it would have been too much to just have to sit here and and do that. She's quite tired. So thank you. Yes, Karen. I always used to use a Cath Kidston mug before in the lives as well. But this is the mug I have here. I found it in the back of the cupboard. And so I made I don't know whether I can show you. Look, I made my ginger, honey, and lemon tea. But of course, the turmeric, my mum couldn't find it. Well, I did tell her not to go shopping. So I'll go to the shop tomorrow and see. Well, after I've been tested again, I'll go to the shop tomorrow if I'm allowed and see if I can find it. Thank you, Rena. Thank you. Yes. Well, actually, let me just show you. I'm not getting any crochet done, am I? You're all keeping me from my work. Of course, my mum did the mystery cow, and she showed it to me because, of course, I hadn't seen it, and it looks wonderful. It's really, really lovely, but she had some yarn left. So, oh, Beth, I do hope you can get just that little bit of crocheting, in addition to looking after your husband as well, of course. It so helps to wind down. I mean, the days, in fact, yes. I mean, I say, those days I was so busy packing and things like that, but just to go to bed and then just sit down for 5 minutes and do that, it just helps so, so much. Oh, Valeska, that's so, yes, thank you for that. Oh, I would love some of your soup. So considerate. Yes. So my mum did the cowl and she finished it and she had leftovers and she thought, I'm just going to use them up. Oh, I put it, oh no. Yeah, I attached it so it couldn't fall down. But look, she made this little blanket here. Well, what is it? And I thought, it looks lovely. And she had it on the back of the sofa over there. I thought, I'm going to put that on the back of my sofa. You know? Oh, wow, Claudia, what a wonderful thing for your husband to do. Then at least he had something of yours next to him. So, yes, so she's made some more of the 3D ones. Look, she's even got a green flower. I mean, honestly. And then she made some of the plain ones and she put them all together. I think it looks lovely. And I think it looks really nice on the back of the sofa. Like, let me just push it between there. Yeah. To be honest, that would be a great size for Leila's bed. I think that would be the perfect size for Leila's bed. So, and when I walked in, these were the flowers that my mum had. Don't they go together? They're the same kind of colours. So I thought, I've got to get the flowers in the picture tonight. So there we go. That's why I'm here. And of course, yes, well, I got dressed and my dad said, nope, I want you to wear something else. I don't like it. So hence came out the dress again. But I must say, it was right. This looks better than what I was going to wear. Yeah. Well, let's go. No. Even, yeah, I mean, I could. To be honest, yes. I mean, it would be lovely for Leila's bed. But to be honest, I have so much. Already, my mum's been like, oh, I got you this. Oh, would you like this? I'm like, no, mother, no. I can't take anything with me. Crystal has to put me in her car again. And I have to say, I filled up the car when we came here. So I'm hoping, yes, I'll get rid of loads of bags of yarn. I've got like 5 already, that will be gone. So there'll be a lot less yarn. But even so, I don't want to see Crystal roll her eyes again at me, saying, oh, no, you've got more bags. Oh, Alison, I forgot. I could have brought her. Oh, do you know what? I didn't even, I looked at her and I thought, she's going to be all on her own this, next 2 weeks. Oh my goodness, I can't get my words out. So I looked at her and I thought, she'll be all right there in the corner. She'll have Leila. She's got her own little Leilas. She's got a plant just growing next to her. And I'm thinking, she'll be fine. I should have brought her. I'll do that next time. Yes, Veronica, indeed. It does look a little bit like my granny skirt, doesn't it? Do you know, I was going to bring that as well, but I didn't. I'll bring it next time. Oh, Alison, you're so right. I am going to get the silent treatment when I return. Oh my goodness. Ophelia is not going to be happy, is she? Yeah, I'm sure that Leila will keep her in tabs. No, Jenna, I don't need an extension on the house. I needed a roof rack. One of those roof boxes. When I said to Crystal, I am a professional when it comes down to filling up the car, she went, you'll only get half. Half. I'm like, okay. I mean, honestly, it's all in good jest, And so she did roll her eyes. She said, more? Yes, there is more in the car. She did admit that it was okay. And I did mention, of course, that a lot of the yarn was for Zoe and for my mum. So luckily, that's not going to come back And yes, luckily the customs did not stop us and question me about the yarn. I probably would have given them a ball, you know. Yes, no, the live is still on. We are here. And yes, I will. I mean, I'm doing it at the same time as I would have done in the UK. It is an hour later here. So I am all with you, people in Europe, you know. I realize it's a later time for all of you. But yes, I mean, trying to please everyone. We are doing it at the same time as usual. And obviously, it's lovely to be here, and it's lovely to be able to do this here. I mean, I brought my lights. I brought my lights to be able to do this today. I brought my lights. I brought my I've got those stands. I've got the computer, the microphone, the fan, everything. So, you know, it was a big move. I had a lot of bags. But, you know, it was fine. It all fitted in the car and we got here fine. I could see someone, Jenna. The thing is, you see, the traveling itself was no problem. We drove, we went onto the Eurotunnel, we checked in, we did all the paperwork beforehand for them. You know, we needed a API, Advanced Passenger Information. We needed a sworn declaration to say that we had been vaccinated for France, and we needed to do a passenger locator form. But then the problem then was that it's Saturday, it's Sunday, and the passenger locator form triggered our text messages to go and get tested. And we have not been able to do that because of, you know, we were traveling all day yesterday. No pharmacies were open. And then today, it's Sunday. So tomorrow morning, I'm getting up, having a shower, having breakfast, and I'm going to the pharmacy and getting it sorted. So that's what we do. But we also had a PCR test, which was negative right before we left. So we know we're okay. We know it, but we just need to tell the Belgian state that we're okay. There we go. And now that Karen is here, look at this. Karen did my nails on, when was it? Wednesday, all ready for traveling. Oh my goodness, look how lovely they look. And this is that color that's the same as my lipstick. Do you remember I had it before? Yes, Valeska. Yes, I traveled with, and so we arrived here this afternoon. And you know what it's like? You're somewhere. Oh, thank you. Yes. Karen did a wonderful job. Look how lovely they look. Yeah. This is my color, though. This is the color of my lipstick, and I have a shawl and a cardigan in that kind of color, and it all goes together. I love coordination. Can you tell? Well, Eska, I'm sure Karen will do your nails. The question is, who's going to travel where? They go with the background. Yeah. Oh, yeah, look. Perfect with the flowers. I did forget to put on the rings. It would have been nicer with the rings, but there you go. I haven't located them yet, though. I'm still unpacking, but you know, when you've traveled, this is what I was going to say earlier. And I had to do this tonight. And I have everything in a red box for the live, you know, my lights, my microphone, all the cables. I mean, all the cables. Yes, the zigzag taken. Yeah. I have so many cables with me because, of course, between the UK and Belgium, the plugs are different as well. So I have to have, different plugs, a plug with a Belgian thing, a Belgian plugs with an English extension, English plugs with a Belgian accent. Ah, you do not want to know. But of course, I arrived here and I knew I was going to do this, and it plays on your mind. So this afternoon I spent, do you know, if you do it like that, it doesn't take long. But if you're doing it like half an hour before the live starts, you're like, so this afternoon I took my time and I placed the lights and I put the cables and I said, this is how we're going to do it. This is the, and of course, at the moment, there's cables everywhere. There's extension leads, but there we go. I'm here. I am here. I am crocheting. And I'm really happy that I can talk to all of you. And so in a moment, yeah, that's when I'll be like, oh, okay, it all went right. I'm here. Deborah, do you know what? It worked for me first time. Just what I would say is chain just a few too many and then undo those chains at the end. So chain, add some, then do your first row, and then whatever you've got left, just unpick that from the other end. I'm going to do a video on that, I think, on how to do that. I've done that in one video, but I'm going to do a video on how to have a stress-free start of a blanket, I think. Yeah. Do you know what? This is one of the things my mum always used to do. She says, I always do a couple more and then I undo the other ones, the ones that I don't need. And then you're always got enough. So, why not? Why not? Because do you know what? It's not worth stressing over your crochet. Crochet is supposed to be calming and enjoyable. And yes, if mine doesn't work out, I will look for the mistake. And yes, if it's very obvious, I will frog it. But you know what? If I can correct it in the next row, if it's okay like that, I leave it because I want to, enjoy it and I'm not worried. But what you should do is, yes, oh, thank you, everyone. Yes, I mean, it's one of those things that I know to do, but okay, Fiona, thank you so much for that. So the Pirate Cove tutorial, I showed you how to do that. How to just do the chain, then put your stitches on and undo the rest of the chain that you're not using. And if you have a good sort of, try and judge it a little bit, don't do like 22. Yeah, you might want to do 20 too many, but don't do like a meter's worth of but you can, I mean, I have cut them off and then unplucked them as well, Ja, Ingrid, heel gezellig, dankjewel. Yeah, but the thing is also, don't stress. Sometimes you're stressing over nothing. And I mean, I know I did that disaster video. You remember when my blanket went in a bit and I believe I just took up the wrong hook. But I left it because it was like this much. You can't tell. You cannot tell now, right? I put the border on. You can't tell. So in a way, crochet is very forgiving. Very forgiving. Yeah, it's easy to undo the extras and not having to worry about, it not working out. Just undo the extras and there you go, Bonjour, Alia. Bonjour. Yes, it's definitely not worth stressing over at all. We want to enjoy our crochet and enjoy our hobby and enjoy our little, me time, our little sort of wind down time, crochet time, some time that we have just to, sit and enjoy our hobby for a little while. My cat is back in the UK. I have no idea how she's doing. And I think probably Dirk is looking after her. Well, he is looking after her. He better be looking after her. Yeah. Sometimes something goes wrong, but after a little while, it just sorts itself out, you know? Of course, yes. I mean, if you do have a wavy border, that's not going to sort itself out. You do have to take into account, all my tips and tricks for that there. So you don't put too many stitches. But I don't worry, and nobody is ever going to see that if you do not have exactly the same stitches on each side of your border. So if your two long sides, if you don't have the same stitches on there, the same amount, nobody's ever going to find out. Or the two short sides, nobody's ever going to count them, surely. So, that's something I learned as well. I remember, why is my button undone? I remember one of the first, I did some cals as well. One of the first ones I did, oh my goodness, this lady had counted out the complete, all the stitches, all the border, the side, so many on this side, so many on the short side, so many on the long side. And I was like, I'm not going to count this. I'm not going to sit here and count my stitches on my border. Can you do the it's www.opheliatalkscrochet.com on Nan Family Band. And I thought there and then, I'm not going to count them. I am not going to count them, and I have never counted them since. I've not counted the stitches on borders for each side, so to make sure that the opposite side is the same. Are they the same? I don't know. I think I would notice if there were too many missing, but I've never had a problem. So there we go. Hi, Susan. I am here. Hi, Josh. Yes, Leila is ruling the roost up there in Exmouth. I'm sure she is. Do you know, it's really weird because Leila sleeps next to me in the night, and lately she's been sleeping on top of me. So it was really strange the last 2 nights to sleep without that little animal on me, without that weight on me. Because of course, when I turn over, I know she's there, and the last 2 nights I didn't have to look out for her. So that was like, oh, strange, strange feeling. Thank you, Josh. Yes, they're my mum's flowers. Yeah. Yes, Yolanda, of course. Yolanda, of course. This is the zigzag blanket that I am making for... I can see you. Don't worry. I can see you. That I'm making for crochet, for the hashtag Crochet Everyday November challenge. I was working on it in the car, and I did quite a bit over the course of yesterday. So I'm thinking I did quite a few rows, and I already had this amount. Or did I get started here? No, I don't think so. Oh, well, never mind. I'll have to look back at some pictures. Yeah. So this is where we're at. I am using... Oh, look at this. Look at this one. This is the cake that I'm using at the moment, so it's nearly finished. And remember, in the last few lives, I did all those cakes. And so, yes, I have brought them with me in my project bag. Do you remember this one? And so I would like you to help me choose a cake. I've got so many. I don't know which one to do next. I think I'll do this one, because then I can get rid of the yarn on the outside there. This one is pretty, isn't it? This one is nice. So yeah, I mean, I've got 1, 2, 3 layers of cakes on here. Yeah, which one shall we choose? Shall we have these 3 to choose from? Yeah, I think I might have this one, because then I can get rid of this lot here, and then I can, then all the other cakes are nice, So this one will be the next one. Let me put that there. Yeah, so hopefully I'll be able to do some crocheting while I'm here. Let me try. They were all in there, weren't they? Let me try and fit them back in. There we go. Because of course when I go back, I'm hoping that I'll have, I know the blush one you're saying as well, aren't you? I'll do that next. So I'll do the blue one first and then the blush one. There we go. So hopefully by next week I will have this less. I was going to say I will have this empty. No, I don't think so. I will have less, and then the blanket will fit in there. But of course the blanket will be bigger then, but never mind. That's how it goes. So yeah, so this is what I'm working on at the moment. So it's a little bit fragile, of course. Ah, yes. Yeah, hang on. Kiranjit, you can wash your blanket, of course. Put it on a short wash on a low temperature, like 30 degrees, and just dry it laying flat. I do not put my acrylic in the dryer. But the moment you take it out of the dryer, it will feel really funny. But just put it on a drying rack in front of a radiator where it's nice and warm, and it will soon get nice and soft again. Yeah, so this is the project bag that we did in January 2019, or was it 2020? No, I think it was 2019. It's in cord, and it's a special stitch, so it looks like it's knitted almost. It's the waistcoat stitch, and it was a cowl that we did. So it was a couple of videos, and I showed you how to attach the handles and also how to do a lining. So, and my bag is actually in constant use. I use it all the time. I also put some feet on it, look, and that helps it to Yes, Sandra, it is there. There is a playlist. I don't know whether anyone can find it. It wasn't a kit journey, because this was, of course, before I started the web shop, so you had to buy your cord yourself. This is 3mm bobiny cotton cord, and I love working with it. And in fact, not next week, but the week after, I've got a couple of projects with this cord coming up on the channel, so it will be a little bit of a change. But yeah, you can do this with the cord, or I think I've seen someone make it with 2 or I don't know whether 2 or 3 strands of DK as well. But of course you can source the cord and then make it. But yeah, it was a I loved making it. It's not that easy on the hands using this cord and this stitch, but yeah, I mean, it stands up on its own. It's a really good sturdy bag. So if you fancy that, do give it a try. But it's one of those things that, sort of like the feet as well underneath. I've been wanting to use feet for a long time, and finally I managed to put them in there, and I didn't forget to put them in, because I did for all the other bags that I make. Yes, it's like a mochila idea. I just incorporated a couple of color work, so it would be nice to, yeah, it's called Bobini. and it's 3mm cord, woven cord. And I will show you it next week as well, because obviously that's next week's during next week's live, that's where I'm going to be showing you what it's going to be. Yes, t-shirt yarn would work as well. Yeah, that's where it will be. Thank you, Karen. Thank you. So not next week, but the week after, we will have some projects with one project already with the cotton cord, and then we will have a weekly project for a couple of weeks. So I've made quite a few things. And then, of course, what else is going to be next week? So the videos for next week. Now, I'm going to crochet while I'm doing this. See, talking, and I don't get anything done. No, Sabrina, it's just color work. It's working with 2 colors. So next week on the channel, we're going to have some videos where I work together with the moderators to make a project. Well, actually, I told them they could make whatever they wanted, but they had to use, this was the brief, they had to use past videos, and they had to use, dare I show it, ta-da, the Christmas pack. So this is our Christmas pack, and we started selling it in October. That's why we have the October card in there. But yes, it is our Christmas pack, and it's going to be a permanent pack because this will allow you throughout the year to make those Christmas things that you want to make. So we will be having it all, as much as possible, always available. And this will give you like the gingerbread brown, the lipstick red, the holly red, the holly green, the tree green, the gingerbread matte, all the colors that you could possibly need for. See, that was my problem. Whenever I want to make a Christmas project, it says, oh yeah, these and these color, like, like a little wreath. You have green and then a bit of red and a bit of, always, I just didn't have that one color that I needed. And although you have a stash, you very often don't have that really, throwing it about, really bright green or really bright red, So these are the colors that we've put together just so that you have like a pack. When you want to make something Christmassy, you can. If it says you need green, red, and white, there we go. We've got green, red, and white in here. Okay. So both Julie and Chris, when they saw this pack, they went like, yes, I want to make something Christmassy with it. And they both sort of went off and decided, I'm going to make this and this. And they used the pack and they used some of my past videos. So what happened? They chose a pattern, a technique, or a square, and they then put it in those colors and made their own object with it. So during the week, we will have Julie's video, and she made a tree skirt, and it looks so lovely. It's a really lovely, dainty tree skirt. So to put underneath your tree to make it, to make the stand look pretty, to hide it. And of course, I haven't got it because it's Julie's skirt. It's Julie's tree skirt. I did see it. Remember, I went and saw. Remember, I met up with Julie a couple of weeks ago, and of course, she showed me the blanket. So, we had a little photo shoot with the tree skirt in the park, and it was really lovely. And it was so lovely to see Julie, and of course to see, the actual tree skirt. What did I say just now? We had a photo shoot with the blanket. No, we had a photo shoot with the tree skirt, of course. So that's a video that's coming out, because I will then show you how to make the tiles and how to put them together. And I will tell you all about every technique that Julie used to put it together, right? So that you can reproduce it as well. Yes. Oh, Julie, yes, it was, wasn't it? So Julie's cat passed away a couple of months ago, and that was the time when Julie was making this blanket. So for her, tree skirt. So for her, that tree skirt is a very, very special tree skirt, because of course Pepsi gave her seal of approval on it, and she slept on it still. And so, yeah, I can imagine that Julie and her husband Dave are going to be quite attached to that blanket. So I'm so happy that I was able to photograph it and film it and have you in the video with it, Julie. You will have that on YouTube forever, and you'll always be reminded of your cat. So it's lovely, lovely to be able to do that. So now on Friday, we are going to have Christine's project. And Christine, she did a really, really lovely project as well. So Christine wanted to make a table runner, and she went back, and you know what? I completely forgot about those tutorials, because I was all about, Ophelia Square. But when we did the mystery Cal, the poncho, you remember that? I designed 4 squares. The summer, the winter, the autumn, and the spring square. Do you remember it? It started with a circle, and then it went square. And every season, square had a different variation of boxes and full rows. And Christine used the winter square. And yeah, it was, do you know what? It was really nice for me to go back and watch my own video. So yes, Christine, thank you for that. So Christine turned that square into a table runner. And then, so she kept it really simple, really plain. But then she added the poinsettia flowers. I have a tutorial with Christmas flowers, the poinsettias. And so she made like about 10 of them, and she put them all on the tree skirt. And you know what? That turned a really simple design of, what did I say? Tree skirt. Oh my goodness, I'm getting it all confused, aren't I? So that turned, adding the poinsettias, turned the simple table runner into a magnificent, wonderful project and a wonderful piece to put on your table. And correct me if I'm wrong, Chris, but I thought you didn't attach the poinsettias permanently. So you could take them off and put other ones on, or put other things on. So it's a plain table runner, but you can decorate it with other objects. See? Yeah, she did not attach them. You could just pin them on, or with a safety pin. And then, of course, for Valentine, you could put hearts on it. For Easter, you could put, other objects, or a yellow flower on it, something like that. So I thought that was a brilliant idea. It's a table runner that you can use throughout the year. Just change your decorations. And now I need to, yeah. But of course, I haven't seen this table runner in real life, because Christine is just saying she lives in North Carolina. And of course, that's in the US. So, yeah, I haven't been able to get there just yet. But of course, I am hoping to go and visit her really soon. that's going to be an undertaking, isn't it? But of course, yes, I mean, it's going to have to, we're going to have to wait and see. Thank you, Karen. We're going to have to wait and see, what happens. But yes, I would love to go and visit Christine and see that table runner for myself. So, but again, she did a really good job on, finding the older video, going back, finding that square, putting it together as a different project, and taking inspiration from a video, from a poncho. You can turn it into anything you want, so it was so clever of them to put, how should I say it, just take one of the videos, use it as inspiration, and then put it into a Christmas object. And that is, in fact, that is the kind of thing that I hope that I can encourage all of you to do as well, because that is what the videos are there for. Don't just make the actual thing that I make in the video. Use your imagination, use your brain, and think, oh, what else can I make with that, Bridget, it is going to be a problem when I go. Yes, I mean, oh, thank you, Christine. She says the room is ready. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I mean, that's the problem. Just having a suitcase now, of course, filling half a car, we had to put the seat down, is great because I can bring things, but yeah, it's just, a suitcase is like when we went to New York, all I bought was 6 hooks. And that was so funny because we bought a backpack for Thomas because he needed one. And so he was wearing it on his back that last day. And we went to Michael's. And I was like, oh, I really want to buy yarn. But the suitcase was full up. My hand luggage was full up. Thomas's backpack, there was stuff in there. Rachel had something. It was all, there was nowhere where we could put it. And so I had to have something. So I bought one of the packs of 4 or 6, I can't remember, crochet hooks from what's the Michael's own brand. And so, yeah, I put those in one of the outer pockets of Thomas's backpack after I paid in the shop. And, sort of, and then we had to go and we had to get it, then you have to get to the airport and you had to get a taxi and a suitcase and blah, blah. So it was all, go, go, go. Didn't think about those hooks anymore. And of course, we went through customs, we went through security, whatever it is that you have to go through. And then I noticed when we were on the plane that actually he had those hooks still in there, like facing outwards. People are doing the checks. They must have thought, oh, what's he doing with crochet hooks in his backpack? But nobody said anything. So, oh dear. Hi, Casilda. Hello. I'm going to old videos to have a play for November challenge. Yeah. Oh yes, Alison, isn't it great to do that? Yeah, go back to the older videos. Yes, I saw your video of the needle cushion. It's lovely to do that. And it's lovely to sort of, the thing is, you see, very often I bring out videos and I know that you're busy doing other things, but of course I have to, this is my thing. I bring out 2 videos a week. But sometimes you will think, okay, I'll put this on a to-do list for later. But you really never go back to that list. So it's really worth just going back, back to the older videos and just, oh, yes, that's the one I said I was going to do. I've got some time now. Let me do it. That's how Oh yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm gonna have to travel the world. I can see it happening, but there is a web shop to run as well, and there is a cat to look after as well. Can't leave Leila all on her own. But no, we will try and do some trips very, very soon. Very soon. Oh, yes, of course. I mean, you are all going to have to start crocheting faster. That's all I'm saying. You need to get that spare room cleared of all that yarn that you're hiding in there. Because if I am going to travel, I am going to stay at all your houses. You do realize that, don't you? I am not going to go to a hotel. If you can all have your spare rooms empty by the time I get there, then we will stay there. So just crochet faster, okay? Oh, funny, isn't it? Yes, Christine. We will be sending you some soon. Richard, away is away. That's what we say. If you're away from home, you're away from home. Doesn't matter. If I'm far or near, I don't mind. Sandra, well, just crochet faster. Isn't it going to be weird though? Because if I do stay in your spare room with all that hidden yarn and it's all what you bought from me, that's going to be very weird, isn't it? Oh, Valeska's got another solution. She says, I'm slow, so you can use my yarn. Thank you, Valeska. And then she says, but whatever you do stays here. Well, if I start a blanket for you, then you can finish it. Sandra? Yeah, well, let's see about that. Sandra says, did you take your autumn walk blanket with you for its photo shoot in Belgium? We will see. Actually, we'll see if we get there because, of course, I said to my mum back when we did the autumn walk that we would both go for a walk and take our blanket. So we'll see how it goes. She's not up to walking, very far just yet, but we are also planning on coming back at Christmas, so she might be better by then, and we'll see if we can go for a walk then. So we'll see what happens. But yes, it is a it's on the cards. It's a video that's on the cards, taking the autumn walk on the original walk. I mean, it would have been so lovely to have done that last year, but obviously it didn't happen. Oh, have you been to Exmouth, Casilda? Oh, interesting. A place to stay in India. That's fabulous, fabulous. I know, Sandra, I know. Well, like I say, just crochet faster. There's a blanket there. I've got quite a few things coming up still, so just crochet, darlings, just crochet. And blame me for the housework not being done. Yeah, Sharon, more crochet. Why do you think I started this November challenge? Crochet every day November. Get some of that stash used up. Yes, of course. It will be, Denise, it will be like a home away from home. Oh my goodness. Do you know what just crossed my mind? I wish I was sitting here with like an imminent departure, like next week going. But of course, yeah, that's not where we're at just yet. Now, the thing is, if we do this, we will choose, this is how there's no other way of doing it. We will choose a region, we'll get people, we'll get it all sorted, and it will all be, obviously there's only so long we can be gone from the web shop, from home, so we'll see how we organize it all. I know, Christy, and can I reach them? What did I do? Oh no, it's there. I've brought the pegs. And my mum is going to choose a pack. So we will see what she comes up with. And then very soon there will be a pack that was put together by her. So I'm sure it will be one worth having. Do you know, Penny, something like that I was thinking as well, before going off to travel, I wanted to do some meetup in the south of England, where I live, or, Bristol way, Bristol, London, somewhere like that. And then at least, it gets us going and we see some people from the UK. And then, of course, we'll start with traveling abroad. No, love to craft. No, you can't. It's very steep, uphill. It's very rocky. It's very roots. There's leaves. No. That's not how it goes. No, you can't. No. We'll wait until she's better to do that. Yeah. The mum pack. Don't know. Well, it will be for January because my mum's birthday is in January. So I thought it would be nice to, have her pack then. Oh, Roxy, English Country Garden. Yes. That's an idea. I shall write it down. Yeah, English Country Garden pack. An English Country Garden Cal. Isn't that a lovely name? What did Penny say? Yes, so that's it. You see, Penny, I am trying to look for a location. For instance, sort of between Reading, between Bristol and London, like Reading, because I know the area a bit better there, and I sort of would know where to meet up or where to organize something like that, things like that. So yeah, and also I want to make sure that you can get there not just by car but also by public transport, and that yes, Karen, that's a great idea. So that it's easy to get to. I mean, obviously, I have done a tiny meetup in, when was it, November 2019, I think it was, and it was just in the motorway services, so near where I live, because I just didn't know what to do or who would turn up even, and as it turned out, we had quite a few people. So I want to take it a little bit more north into like Bristol, around the M5, or towards London, something like that, so it's more accessible to more people. Yeah, so And Reading as well has a good connection to London. So if you are from London or you're coming from somewhere else to London and then to Reading, it's very doable. And then, of course, I need to work out how we're going to do it, what we're going to do, something like that. But yeah, I think that's all for the new year when we are, further away from all what's been happening and when the situation has calmed down a little bit more, of course, because I don't want to be, thinking that people could go home and get ill because we got together. That's just, I wouldn't want that at all. So that's why I'm holding off meeting. Oh, carrot, apple, and beetroot. Beetroot is not something that she's keen on, but if it's going to be helpful, and pineapple. Okay. Again, I'll have to remember that. Can somebody write it down for me? She's not going to like that. I'm going shopping tomorrow. Yep. It would, of course, still take several hours to get there from Scotland. But if you know it well in advance and you can plan for it and maybe even, do something else as well. If you were planning on doing something else, if you were planning on meeting someone else or seeing some friends or family maybe down here, and you can do that at the same time, then you're doing two things in one go, and that would, yeah, Kiranjit, but it's not very nice, is it, to have to wear masks all the time, and it's not very comfortable. So I mean, obviously, yes, we need to do it, but I really like, it. When I think back of how we met up in New York, oh my goodness, it was so lovely. We hugged each other and we kissed, and we were really, really so happy, and we were sitting next to each other, and then a couple of months later, everything changed, So yeah, I mean, there we go. Oh yes, strawberries and blueberries. That will cheer her up. Yeah, we need the right time to start meeting up where we feel comfortable that we can meet. And at the moment, it's getting there. It's getting there. But even so, all the, everything else that's happening, it's still a little bit, risky, I would say. I know, Mary Jo. It was wonderful, wasn't it? Oh, I remember I tried on it was the loveliest peachy color. Oh my goodness, your Anna shawl. It looked so fabulous. I hope you still wear it or you have it around. To Dorset. Veronica, I still have your pencil. I still have it. I still see it at regular intervals, and I will give it back to you when we meet up next time. I know, Sylvia, I know. Francis, oh my goodness. I mean, I do realize, when I go shopping, I put the mask on, you go around and you do what you have to do. But it is, for me, I just found it so constrictive, and so, you really have to concentrate to not get, but people who have to wear it all day long because they're nurses or they're waiting staff, or, I mean, I really, really admire them. I would not be able to do it. Really, I wouldn't. But we have to do it, and I do it, and I'm always glad that I can take it off. But oh my goodness, yes. Veronica, thank you. Yes, oh my goodness, so many of you are here who were in New York. Janet, thanks for being here once again. and it's lovely to see you again. Look, there's 1, 2, 3 people. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. That was an amazing time we had there. It was just so lovely, so lovely. I'm getting to the end of this. Look, this is what I have left. So I've got to be really careful now so it doesn't entangle even more. Can I put it here so you see it? No. There? Yeah, there we go. But yeah, sort of towards the end of the cake, you do have to be careful. And of course, also, oh my goodness, yes, Alison, very understandable, very understandable. Yeah. Yeah, I hope so, Janie. I really, really do. When I see signs of improvement like that, yes, I will start to certainly think about a meetup. Yes. It was wonderful that not all, oh my goodness, look what I've done. See, this is it. I can do it without looking, but I do know when something went wrong. So I caught it in time. What was really nice was not only did I meet all of you, and of course you met all of me. You met me, but you also met other subscribers, and that's what I really loved, because everybody was just, I sat there and I looked around the circle and everybody was talking to each other, and I thought, oh, this is nice. And yeah, it was the loveliest afternoon. It was so nice to meet some of you and to hear and see you making things unbelievable, and hear your enthusiasm and everything. So yeah. So like I said, next week we have Christmas projects coming up with the pack. So Julie made a tree skirt which looks lovely, and it looked really, really effective. We even put it around the tree in the park. It was so funny. And then Christine made a table runner, and I have to say it looked very, very festive. She even put a little Christmas tree which lit up. So she waited until it was dusk, and then she took some pictures and some footage. I've had a bit of magic to it, but it looks great on video, and it looked really, really cute on her table with the lights. And so I can imagine that it will look really nice when it is actually Christmas. And also in the video, I'm hoping that you will also be interested in making these projects. So yes, of course, I didn't make the whole project. It was Christine's and Julie's idea. They made the project and then they told me all about it, and I've made the video on how they made it, and I'm showing you still really, really well what to do, and I'm giving you all the instructions that you need. So it was a great collaboration with the moderators, and it was just so lovely to be able to do that. So yes, that was using the Christmas pack. Yeah, I think there was quite a few. There was more than 8. Oh, well, there is a video on it. There is a video of it when we met up in New York. But of course, I do have a whole series of videos. Remember, I did what did I do? Like an advent calendar one year with all kinds of tutorials. So again, that pack could be used for that, for making like a little wreath, a poinsettia, a present to hang in, something, baubles to hang in your tree. What else did I have? All kinds of things, a bow. I think I even made a cracker in crochet. So go and look out for that Christmas playlist and see if you find something to make from it. But I've seen someone who's made the Lizzie in this pack, and oh my goodness, I want one. I want one of those Lizzies in their Christmas colors. I thought it looked marvelous. It was just wonderful. So, if you use the pack for a blanket, of course, that's perfectly all right. And you'll be able to make a wonderful Christmas blanket with it. And of course, the Lizzie pattern is perfect for that. So, I am going to say goodbye, darlings. I've had quite a few short nights, but I am going to say goodbye, leave you to it. And it was lovely reminiscing with all of you about our past meetups. And yes, wouldn't it be lovely if we could really, really soon meet up again? Yes, Tracy, it's wonderful, isn't it? Thank you, Michelle. Yes, so I will still be here next week. So the same background. Mum's already said she wants to put up lights. So let's see how we go. Well, she wants to put up lights. That means my dad and I are going to have to do it. Wish us luck. Okay, so we'll see about those lights. And I will see all of you next week. Keep an eye on Instagram, because I will keep on posting my crochet every day, and I'll try and show you some, places where I am crocheting. Maybe I'm not here, or I might be here in the sofa, or I might be at somebody else's, if I'm allowed, if I'm COVID free, being tested tomorrow. Okay, everyone. Bye. Bye. Yes, thank you, Veronica. Thank you. Yes, thank you, everyone, for your get well wishes. I am going to pass them on to her, and I'm sure that she'll be so pleased to receive them. Thank you so very much, all of you. Bye. Bye, everyone. Bye. This is weird because I have no Leila. I have no Dirk. Okay, everyone. Bye.